Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be doing a walk around and tour of one of Honda's best-selling vehicles. This is the 2020 Honda Accord Sport. The Accord Sport is going to be kind of in the middle range when it comes onto the trim levels for the 10th generation Accord, and it consists of the LX, the Sport, the EX, EXL, and top-of-the-line Touring trim. With that being said, a lot of features that you will be getting in the EX and upper trims you will not be getting in the Sport trim, but you do have a few things in here as well. So there's a fully digital instrument cluster, a 9-inch infotainment system, 19-inch wheels, and a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder. With that being said, one other thing, this vehicle does not have an intelligent key. It just has the standard key fob. You'll have to upgrade again to that EX or higher trim level to get the intelligent key that will unlock the doors for you from the outside. But with that being said, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, the key is in your traditional Honda key fob. And like I mentioned, you do not get intelligence with this one. You'll have to upgrade to the upper trim levels. However, you have your controls on this side, followed by the Honda Elm on the other side here. On this side is going to consist of your lock, unlock, remote start, your trunk release, and your panic button. To remote start this vehicle, make sure the vehicle is locked and push down and hold your remote start button, and it will start right up. It's going to run for 10 minutes and then it's going to shut off automatically for you. But if you want to do it before the 10 minutes are up, just click and hold the remote start function again, and the vehicle will shut itself off. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, this one being the Sport, you're going to get a de-chromed grille. It's basically going to be almost blacked out. It's kind of like in a darkened gray color, which looks very nice. As you can see, you do have your Honda sensing radar cruise control at the very bottom, so that way it will depress the brakes, allowing you to come to a complete stop in order to prevent getting yourself into a frontal collision. And when you pound it a little bit, it kind of gives it a more sporty and aggressive stance. You do have your standard LED daytime running lights with your LED headlamps, as well as your side markers down at the bottom here. Checking out your wheels and tires on this one, we are taking a look at a set of, can't find the tire brand on here, but it is on here. However, these are 19-inch wheels measuring 235, 40R19s all the way around. The exterior color of this one is finished off in platinum white pearl with the ebony cloth interior with leather accenting. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top. However, you do have some softer material down here. You have some full carbon fiber coming across the panel itself, which looks pretty interesting. You have your aluminum door handle, your power mirror controls, power locks, your power windows, child window lock right here, good sized storage pocket here, as well as an air first wall cup holder, and your trunk release button is right here in the door panel. Along that smart key access system, this vehicle does come standard with push button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Honda Accord does come standard with a fully leather wrapped, rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls on the left as well as on the right sides. Left side is going to have some controls for your volume, a back button, your home button, as well as just buttons, as well as your controls here for that small driver information system inside of that tachometer. You also have your hands-free telephone and Bluetooth controls down here. To the right side, you're going to have your cruise control settings, lane departure, as well as your forward collision warning buttons right here. And if you want to, if you put this vehicle in sport mode, you can also use these aluminum finished paddle shifters to shift through all the different gears. However, with that being said, we are taking a look here at our standard digital instrument cluster here, which looks very, very nice. It's going to consist of two main gauges. To the left, you're going to have your driver information system, and you're going to have your tachometer. And to the right, we're going to have our speedometer. Right in the middle is going to be our information, which includes our adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist system, our gear selector, exterior temperature, and odometer reading. To the far left of that information system, we're going to have our coolant temperature, and to the right of our speedometer, we are going to have our fuel gauge. And so we can cycle through a couple of different things here on this small screen via the steering wheel, and they do include your range and fuel, speed and time, your audio, phone, traffic sign, driving support, driver attention, maintenance, safety support, warnings, a blank page, then you have your tachometer, and back to your range and fuel. Coming over here, like I mentioned, you are welcomed with a 9-inch infotainment system, and as you can see, it looks really, really cool in the Accord Sport. First and foremost, one of the things that I do like about the screen already is that on both sides of the screen, you have physical buttons. They did take that away from, I believe, the 2018 Accord when it was redesigned, and as you can see, a lot of people complained about that, so now they have it back here in 2020, and even the newer models have it as well. So starting things off here, your physical buttons are going to consist of your home, back, your brightness, your seat and track, your volume knob, clock, phone, audio sources, as well as your tuning knob. With that said, coming inside of the system itself, as you can see, it's going to consist of your phone settings, FM radio, Bluetooth audio, smartphone connection, trip computer messages, as well as a USB, followed by AM radio, system updates, clock, Honda Link, as well as your compass. With that said, starting off with our home page here, this is where we're going to be, of course. With that said, let's start off with our FM radio. We're going to turn the radio down here for copyright purposes. Click on that. It's going to show what's playing on our radio, as you can see there. You have your seek track down here, or not seek track, your presets right here. Your seek track is right here. You have your tune there, scan, as well as station list. Sound adjustment is right up there. And then we're going to go back to our home page. We're going to continue the little tour here, starting off with our phone. That's going to allow us to add a phone to the vehicle or pair a phone that's already into the vehicle's Bluetooth system. Going to our other side here, let's go to our Honda Link. This is going to be part of your safety, part of your mobile app that you have to download on your phone. As you can see, it says connect with a Honda Link app. Link with your phone to connect to access connected features. As you can see, it's going to give you more information on how to set that up, obviously. With that said, coming over here to our compass, there it is right there. And as we come back over here, we're going to now go to our trip computer information, which includes our range to empty, average fuel economy, trip rate information, as you can see there, and trip B information, as you can see there. And now let's go into our settings. Our settings are going to consist of a lot of different things that you can enable, disable, and change to kind of make it your own in the vehicle. You're going to have different things starting off up here with our system, connections, display, sound, vehicle, and our camera. Starting off here with our display, for example, you can adjust the brightness, the contrast, and the black level. You also have a dedicated night mode as well. Give me 1 second, guys, I can find where I just was a second ago. There we go. Back to our settings. We now go to our sound. This is where we'll be able to adjust things such as our bass and treble, balance and fader, as well as speed, volume compensation. You do have your vehicle settings here, which consist of your tire pressure monitoring system calibration, driver assist system setup, meter setup, lighting setup, our door and window setup, as well as our maintenance information and door and window that we just went through. With that said, let's go to our driver assist system, which includes all our safety features, including our adaptive cruise control, forward vehicle detection beep, your forward collision warning distance, road departure mitigation, lane keeping assist suspension, or your lane keep assist suspend beep, traffic sign recognition. You do have your road departure mitigation, driver attention monitor, and you also have your collision mitigation braking system standard in the vehicle. The only thing that this vehicle is missing is going to be your blind spot monitoring. With that said, coming down to our maintenance information, it's going to give us information about our oil life as well as our oil and filter and when those are going to be due. And then as you come back up here, that's pretty much it as far as that is concerned. Connections are going to be for your Bluetooth and telephone, as well as your Wi-Fi hotspot. System's going to give you system information such as software and all that stuff. And then coming down here, your camera, you're going to be able to check out your camera as far as what things you can enable and disable there. And so with that being said, that is going to do it here for this little tour in the infotainment system in the 2020 Honda Accord Sport. Now, because of the Sport, it does come standard with the traditional shifter. It is a CVT. Put into reverse, you do get that backup camera with guidance signs, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have different camera angles coming down here as well, which does include kind of a squinged in view. It's not going to be as wide as before. And then you do have that top-down view as well. Down below that, you have your vents, you have your climate control functions, which in this case you do have dual zone climate controls across every trim level that the Accord was offered with in 2020. You do have your front and rear defrost, your fan speed right here, you do have recycling here, fan positioning, and then your AC controls right there. You have this little portion here which when you open it up, it does welcome you to a USB port. As you can see, that's your regular USB, followed by an outlet right there, and some space right underneath. You have two cup holders here, CVT transmission. You do have an eco mode, sport mode, electronic parking brake, as well as your brake hold. And as you come over here to your left compartment, you have a good amount of storage space, even for this small little cubby. As you can see, it's not really all that great, but you can put small items in here. And then coming inside of here itself, you do have a generous amount of space with a nice power outlet inside as well. The seats themselves in here are a combination of both cloth and leatherette material. Cloth is coming down the middle here. Leatherette's going to be on the left and right sides of the seat. And overall, it does look very nice, and it is pretty comfortable. You also have some nice side bolsters here, which also consist of some leather stitching, which again does add a nice touch to it. And overall, it does look really, really good. Come over here to your glove box. It is going to be somewhat dampened, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. More of that full carbon fiber, and then you do have some hard touch material on top of here. You do have a mirror up here. You do have controls up here for your overhead lights. You do have your sunglass holder here. You have your visor with a mirror, as well as an incandescent light. And as you come over here to the left side, you have your trip meter here, which you can actually use to reset your trip information. Your gauge dimmer switch here, your Honda sensing right there, as well as your traction control off switch right down here. And so that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2020 Honda Accord Sport. That beeping lets you know that the key is off detection of the vehicle. Coming into the back of the Honda Accord Sport, materials do fall through in this one, which do look really nice. And the only conveniences you have back here, you have one seat pocket behind the front passenger, some storage space right here, and then you have a powered armrest with two cup holders. This one here does have the capless fuel filler, making it easier to fill up at the gas station. And as we make our way over to the rear of the vehicle, as you can see, you do have LED taillights. As you can see, they look really nice. You have this very nice little spoiler. You have your Honda badge here, Accord, as well as Sport badging. You also have your dual exhaust tips. Give me 1 second, guys, to find the trunk opener. But just remember now, it's on the door panel. Coming into the cargo area of the Honda Accord Sport, as you can see, you have plenty of room to work with as far as how much space you have. In total, you have 16.7 cubic feet of space, which is really generous and the most out of any mid-size sedan from this era, from this segment. Overall, does a pretty good job. However, you do have some very nice buttons here, or in this case, you just use these and pull them back on both sides, and the rear seats will fold down for extra space. Since we're back here, we do have our very nice all-weather floor liners, cargo liner, as you can see in here, and then underneath here, we do have our fix-a-flat kit as well as our funnel. Under the hood of the Honda Accord Sport, we're taking a look at Honda's 1.5-liter turbocharged VTEC Earth Muse technology 4-cylinder engine. It produces 192 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Overall, pretty good numbers for a vehicle like this, and you're getting well over 30 miles to the gallon on the highway and about 30 mpg or a little bit less than that standard on regular unleaded gasoline. All right, everybody, so back in the Honda Accord Sport. This vehicle here, it's hard to believe, is about 6 years old now, and it still has a really nice Honda feel to it. And what I mean by that is that even though these vehicles are starting to show a little bit of age, they still have high quality. They still feel very impressive. You know, Honda has been at the forefront of making some great cars over the years, and the Accord is one of them. It's been a Car Driver's 10 Best for over 30 plus years. There's a reason why for that. But also, it has always been neck and neck with the Camry, which is why the Camry is the best seller in the entire United States. But number two, the Accord. And that's because the Accord is simple, it's straight to the point. Yes, you have a good amount of technology, in this case here in the Sport, but any trim level you go for, you will have great technology in the Accord. You have great cargo space, you have reliable engines, and as long as you maintain them, you will not have a problem with them, because as always, a Honda will be a Honda. And Hondas are just as impressive now as they were even 5 years ago or even before then. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2020 Honda Accord Sport, finished off here in platinum white pearl with the black leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the